like this town was ransacked. By soldiers, if my eyes don't deceive me.
Quite cruelly, too.
Must have been an awful day for the people who lived here.
If nothing else, I hope it was a mercifully short one.
Yes, well actually that's kind of old news, guys. We've been here quite a while, seen lots of bad things happening. Well, I need your services, Gale. Seems like you're not feeling very well. And Bubalyon just put all of his little green items in his box at camp, so I think I'm gonna have to quickly run back. One of those items back out. Alright, let's give you the dagger +1. Seemed like... Oops. No one really seemed to want that one. Wasn't an upgrade.
The whole village is falling to pieces. These goblins aren't exactly house-proud as occupiers go.
Wouldn't blame the gobs. Place looks like it's been abandoned a good while. But hey, maybe we can scare up a few dusty bottles of wine somewheres.
I like your way of thinking. Split any takings we find?
You split with
Sister,
Bubalyon?
you've got a deal.
No, it's not good for Bubalyon if these two become close friends. What am I saying? I'm a holy paladin. I'm just being a good guy by being friendly with everyone. There's nothing more to it than that. Gale, you're looking very unwell.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
I can't help but notice, Gale. Why are you in the bushes? I think you need to come out of there. But I'll help you out just for now. Wait, oh yes, this is me. Where's that? Where's the little dagger I just got out? Why isn't it showing the dagger?
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please.
I can't spare it at the moment, Gale, because it's not giving me the option to give it to you. If you just give me a moment, I'll try to figure it out. Oh, that's a big roll.
Of course. I would hate for you to think me impatient. Or...
Yes, that's right. Now, why is it not giving me this option to give you the dagger? It's clearly enchanted. It's magical. What if I put it on like that? Let's try again.
Oh, I'll have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten.
Well, hopefully I can help you with that.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Oh, why is it... Why won't it let me give you the dagger?
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation.
Yes. 15!
World-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact.
Bubalyon will need to roll again. Okay, this is getting harder and harder each time. Why is it? It's including my charisma, right? Good luck, me. Oh, thank goodness.
Very well.
Alright, this is getting ridiculous. I knew exactly what I was going to do today, but this has thrown a big old wrench into my plans. I'm gonna get out every green item that I've collected that I don't think I'm going to use. Well, I really don't have as many as I thought I did. There's got to be something here that we're not going to use, though. And I'm going to be overweight now. Hooray. Right, this is gonna have to do it.
You'll have to speak slowly.
Think I have it.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Alright, so it seems to only really pick the ones which are named items. So we're definitely not giving him my magical sword. It's my favorite item in the whole world. Oh, actually, why? So, these braces, am I holding these? Armor class if you're not wearing armor. Surely that should... Are these braces... it sounds like it should go to Karlak. In the meantime, though... Okay, I don't think we're really jumping. In fact, most of the time when we do jump, it ends very poorly. We get damaged more. So I'm going to give you this hammer a heft. Maybe it's a really cool weapon and Bubalyon just doesn't know it, but I'm out of options here. So there's probably some really crappy items like this one that I could give you, but I'll give you this hammer for now. Is that it?
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Oh, so we're finally getting some answers on what's going on here, Gale. I do trust you, but I also am quite curious to find out what's going on. You're among friends. You can tell us.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
Ooh.
What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Oh my. That's, I mean, Mistra's quite an important person, isn't she? And you're doing the dirty with her. Maybe you should introduce Bubalyon to... Well, you kind of introduced me to Mistra before when we did that glowy dance and... felt nice. Are you telling me you actually made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Well, that's never a good idea. Crossing the boundaries with the beautiful women that you're with. It can only lead to trouble, and I don't want you to get into trouble, Gale. How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Well, Bubalyon does like story time. I'd like to hear all about it, but I just want to add, you really did have a good deal there. Gale, I don't know why you wanted more. I guess, well, I can relate a little bit. Back in Paladin High School, Bubalyon was on the basketball team, and, I was playing the small forward because I'm kind of big, but not that big. And I really wanted to be the point guard. I wanted the ball even more. And the coach wouldn't let me. He said, Bubalyon, you've already got an important job. And I wanted more, and it didn't end, it just didn't, it wasn't great for the team. So Bubalyon can totally understand what you're going through. But I digress. Tell me all about this.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. And he almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Well, it sounds like a pretty sweet deal. I hope you're telling me the whole story. It sounds more like the type of thing where you could maybe think you could take a little bit of that power for yourself, but Bubalyon's not going to judge you. I told you you're among friends. Oh, this is a funny one. I guess you ruled out flowers and chocolates altogether then. Is that a bit too cheeky? Oh, I'll give it a try. I'll try a little joke.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
I mean, we have the mind worms. You could also just do that. But, ooh.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in.
Oh, it is the
into
worm.
the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
What? Gale, you have the book inside you, and that's why you need to eat magical objects? How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
However, what? What would happen?
I will erupt.
Ooh.
I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
That's not good. Oh, that's Why does every one of my party members have something crazy going on? Did you ever think that would happen? Think what would happen if the tadpole? No, that's... Oh, I'm not going to kill you. Is there nothing we can do to help Gale?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Feel like you're playing reverse psychology here with me, Gale. And I'm a very psychology person myself, and I understand what's going on. But also, you're quite a valuable team member. Honestly, whenever we have a battle and you're not in the team, it always seems to go poorly. And I think as team leader, we can make an executive decision here. Considering everyone seems to have their own problems, I think this is just another problem that we can all come together with. And hopefully we can fix it. We've come together this far. We'll continue on together.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Well, I was not expecting all that when I brought you into the party. Does anyone have anything to say about it?
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach.
No, I mean, I didn't feel any butterflies when Gale told us all of that. Actually, do you have anything else to say, Gale?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I was wondering about that mighty lord that you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Well, that's crazy. I hadn't heard that story at all before. Guess there's a lot that's happened with magic in the past. I wonder if that affected paladin magic, because probably wouldn't. We're pretty special. So at that moment in time, was all magic gone?
For a spell. Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Well, if you ever feel this Netherese magic overtaking you, Gale, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
You know, I like that idea about going and blowing up the Underdark. That's a very scary place. Bubalyon's heard lots of nasty things about that. Alright, it's time to do what I brought you here for, Gale. I've really been missing a little imp friend. Basket, of course. How could I forget Basket? And how have you been, Basket? Wait, what? Hey, get back here! Oh my goodness! Are we not in... We're not all... Yes, we're all in... Basket, I can't believe that you would just go and attack someone like that. And, how are we looking here? Okay, looks like we're just gonna continue doing it. Oh, critical miss.
Concentrate.
Alright, Gale, I haven't seen you in quite a long time. Still got your poison abilities. Oh, you got a save. That's no good. Alright, well, let's just try and burn these guys down as quickly as possible. Even though this is probably going to miss. Oh, it didn't. It's not enough to get him, though. Let's cut off his movement. Sure, he's going to want to run away. And as for you, Gale, I don't think there's anything else you can do. Maybe just, yeah, you stay right there. Oh, where's it? Oh, where does this guy think he's going? Oh, he's made a big mistake coming up here. Okay, so I don't have enough movement to get there. What about you,
yes.
Karlek? Not you either, but I think a jump is going to get the job done. Oh, perfect. Can't believe you made us do this, Basket. But we must... Oh, I'm still using that little dagger. Oh, no, What if I try to shoot? 55%. Alright, Bubalyon's not the best shot. I guess we're going in with the dagger.
What do I have to lose?
Oh, of course, of course. Well, I think we're going to finish you off very shortly anyway. No need to go crazy. Get in there, Basket. You started this, you can finish it. Oh, that's a little bit embarrassing that that happened. At least it's against a creature that probably deserved it. Some might even call it a little bit of justice. And I forgot that I'm encumbered. So let's send... excuse me. Let's send these back to camp. That kind of felt like it'll be a little while before Gale requests another meal of magical items. Well, we can finally set off on the path that I was planning to. To go and find Auntie Ethel. Oops. I believe it's down that way, but we'll go and check the ways that we haven't been before. Its nest. Surely nothing interesting in here. Some rotten eggs.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Blood where? Totally
Never
forgot
mind,
that things like this to pick up. Bubalyon still hasn't actually crafted anything, potions or anything like that. But I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up anyway, you never know. Oh, perception failed. Oh, someone is surely going to be able to perceive something. Karlak? I don't even know what's causing. What is... Oh,
That.
it's my favorite thing in the world. Can't use. Oh, okay, never mind. What's it going to be? Oh, there's things in here. Elixir. Potion. Fleet fingers. Once per turn after the wearer dashes, they can jump without using a bonus action. Well, I mean, I don't think with enough pre-planning, dashing isn't really necessary. That reminds me. Didn't I have...
Can't afford to stay
I
up.
did, didn't I? I had some braces that I was thinking, oh, that would go really well on Karlak because she doesn't wear armor. But I don't see them anywhere. Well, I guess we'll leave that for another time. I feel like I've wasted enough time.
Never wanted the easy part.
Did have a goal. Yeah, looking like a bit of a dead end down here.
I've got a long road ahead.
Yes, this is looking good. We'll just continue south here. I feel like this will eventually take us where we need to go. I wonder what Auntie Ethel's house is going to look like. Can't believe... Oh my goodness, I just realized, Basket, you're not with us. Are you moving? I think you are. Right, you make your way down here, Basket. Don't start any more fights. Ooh, what do we have here? There's some people down there. I think that's Auntie Ethel. Well, better go investigate this.